Hey, my students of class 6 standard, here I am your English teacher Zia ma'am to explain you part 2 of English reader. And what was the name of the chapter? Amrita Devi Bishnoi. Okay, and it was all about the nature. So in the last class I have ended in part 1, and let me start part 2, my dear students. Come on. And what was the part 1, this climax? It was that Amrita Devi, she lost her life on the spot, and she couldn't save her tree, and she lost her life also and tree also, and it was a huge sacrifice. Don't you agree with this? Yes, it was. Next, come part 2. As you can see, part 2. Amrita Devi's sacrifice was just the beginning. Shuruaat. A revolution means a movement followed as people from 83 surrounding villages rushed. So what started happening? Let me tell you summary of this. I'm telling you summary. So Amrita Devi's sacrifice, it has not gone in vain. Vain मतलब बेकार नहीं गया, बल्कि वो एक शुरुआत था. And many people started following. They started one movement, revolution, and every people from that same community. And which community am I speaking about? I am speaking about Bishnoi community. They were very much infuriated. Miss, what do you mean by infuriated? Very angry. And whoever used to come to cut the trees, they used to protect the trees. Infuriated by what the soldiers had done and inspired by Amrita Devi's courage, the villagers decided to follow her as example. Each of the protesters stood in the forest hugging a tree as a merciless. Now everybody, they started hugging. Okay, you are going to cut the tree. The next person used to hug the tree. पूरा वो लोग लिपट जाते थे ट्री से, and they used to say, take our life, then cut the tree, because we will not watch the tree cutting. First take our life, kill us, then kill the tree. It was like that, yeah. Now, undaunted here means fearless by their mothers. Even the 3 daughters of whom this Amrita Devi, they also joined the same revolution movement. And students, here one amazing thing. 363 villagers were brutally murdered. Why? Why 363 villagers were brutally murdered? They were murdered because in order to, while protecting the tree, while safeguarding the tree. Now look at this, students. Last paragraph. When the Maharaja heard this news, he was appalled. Appalled means he was very horrified, feared, and by the situation and ashamed of what the soldiers had done. So अभी तक हम लोग को यही लग रहा होगा कि even king was supporting the cutting of trees. No, but this is not true. King was not supporting the cutting of, he has sent his army men or the soldiers to cut the trees, but he didn't know. वो नहीं जानते थे. The past tense of do not is didn't know that the villages love trees so much that they are losing their lives and they're cutting the trees. At the same time, the Maharaja or the king, he got very angry upon his soldiers, and he told, what a nasty you people used to do. You used to take the people's life and cut the tree. I don't want tree. I don't want to build any palace. And he was very much afraid. He was very much afraid of losing the people's life, and he was very angry with the activity of his soldiers. Okay. Now, students, the villagers had passed a law which said that no trees would be cut again in the Bishnoi village. So this was the thing, and all the people, they started one movement, and they were very much stubborn that nobody will be able to cut the tree. We will not allow anybody to cut the tree. Look at this. To honor the memory of the villagers who lost their lives, okay, khejuri trees were planted in the area, and the place is famous even today for its lush means very much greenery, lot of green, and a rich wildlife. Okay, and even the king was also with them, started supporting them, and started telling that nobody will be dead or would be dead to cut the trees, and also nobody will do the process of hunting. Now look at this. Amrita Devi's devotion to nature and a strong protest to achieve her goal became an inspiration, and it all started with the death of Amrita Devi Bishnoi. About 240 years later, 240 साल बाद, in 1973 a similar movement started. In which year? 1973. I may ask you as very short answer. In 1973, a similar movement started, and this movement was known as Chipko movement. Known as Chipko movement, right? Now, इस movement के दरमियान क्या था? According to this movement, nobody would be able to cut the trees. It became a law that cutting the trees would be an offense. Offense means it will be a crime. The success achieved by this protest led to similar protests in other parts of the country. So, dhire dhire from the Bishnoi community, it started spreading to other communities and all the people. And even today, we follow the process of afforestation. What do you mean by afforestation? Means planting the trees, and we do not like deforestation, but somehow we do in urban areas. What to do? Because of our needs. Supporters of the Chipko movement, mainly village women, successfully stopped the felling of trees in number of regions. It was a wow movement because the king also supported. Now everybody, whoever sacrificed their lives, जो trees पकड़ के वो खड़े थे, and their heads were being shoved off and cut off. In that place, one tree was being this planted. Next, come to last paragraph. It's a very beautiful, very emotional. If you want to improve our present day life and save our planet for the future, conserving means saving, storing, okay, save karna is a must. Let's join hands to make sure that we achieve this goal. Got it, students? Yeah, the process of cutting trees or whoever cuts the tree is crime. That is why we all love greenery, and that's it. That was a main message of this chapter. So here I end my part 2 explanation also. Okay, so and after that I will be giving you notes and all. Please go through my this videos regularly. Thank you for watching it. Have a great day.